Hello friends, today we will discuss about ASP CSP examination and these are some of the previous questions. So let us move into the first question. The ANSI standard that describes the general requirement for safety glasses. This is very simple question and most of the time such standards they would ask. Now it is asked about the ANSI standard and that describes about the glass, safety glass, the PPE standard, that is ANSI Z87.1. Okay, so there are standards that they have mentioned here. NFPA definitely NFPA 70 is about electrical safety, and that is not related with any of the safety standards, any of the PPE standards. NFPA 70 is related to safety. So obviously the answer is this one. Okay, now moving into the next question, the first step in creating an emergency response plan. So while you are creating, if you are a safety manager or an engineer, you would be creating emergency response plan. And when you are creating an emergency response plan, what is the first step? So identifying critical roles, or conducting a risk assessment, or implementing an emergency action plan, or building relationship with local emergency response organization. Definitely identifying critical roles, no. Conduct a risk assessment, we will check it out. Implementing a risk emergency action plan, that is later stages. Emergency action plan and all implementation are later stages. Building a relationship with local emergency, that is also there, but the first step is obviously we have to conduct the risk assessment. So we have to understand what are all the hazards. Once you identify the hazards like explosions or natural disasters or fire or chemical hazards, then you will understand which needs to be given priority based upon the planning. And see, this is what the explanation we have given. So first thing, we have to identify what are the risk assessment. First we have to do the risk assessment, then assign responsibilities, identify the critical roles, assign responsibility for emergency response. So first we have identified which are all the most dangerous things, then assign responsibility according to that. पहले हम एकदम hazardous जो है वो हम identify करेंगे, उसके बाद हम critical role we will allocate. Yeah, this is the person A is responsible for that, person B is responsible for that. Then action plan, then at the final stage only building relationship with the local emergency response organization. These are all the final stage. So this we have to understand. This is very, very important thing. This question most of the time they are asking either here or there, they will be changing, but you understand the concept. Once you understand the concept regarding the emergency response plan, then things are very easy. Okay, so the first one is to understand what is the risk. That is the risk assessment is the first step. Any hazard analysis, the first step is understanding the risk assessment. Then you assign the roles, and then it comes to the emergency action plan, and then we will be going for the building relationship and all those things. Okay, now moving into the next question. When working in area with respiratory hazard that cannot be identified or reasonably measured, the atmosphere will be considered. See, this is very, very easy thing. This is not that difficult question. This is an easy question. So whenever you are working in an area with respiratory hazard and that cannot be identified or reasonably measured, so see, for example, you are working in an area and you don't know what kind of atmospheric gases are present in that, or you don't know what you have no measurement regarding the hazards or hazardous gas that is present in that. आपको मालूम नहीं है उधर कितना जहरी gases उधर present है, आपको मालूम नहीं है because the devices has not measured. So what is that area considered? How do you consider that area? ज़्यादा risky है क्या, less risky है क्या, more risky? How do you consider? So if you don't know what gas is there, आपको मालूम नहीं है what is the gas present, or you have no kind of measurement, आपके पास कोई measurement नहीं है, then definitely you need to consider it as IDLH, that is immediately dangerous to life and health. अगर आपके पास कोई मेजरमेंट नहीं है, if you don't have any kind of measurement, if you don't know what is the gas present, if you don't know what is the amount of gas that is present, so you will consider that area as IDLH, that is immediately dangerous to life and health. आपको मालूम है that is the most dangerous thing. So the definition is immediately dangerous to life and health. Atmosphere poses an immediate threat to life or reversible health effects. So that is the most severe thing. अगर आपको मालूम नहीं है, if you don't know, you will classify it as IDLH. Okay. So this IDLH condition आप कब आप when you will decide, when you see IDLH conditions, when you know the hazardous atmosphere, like if H2S gas is present in a very large quantity, like 1000 ppm के ऊपर अगर present है, definitely that is IDLH. But if you don't know what gas is present, then also you will consider it as IDLH. Applied when respiratory hazards are unidentified or unmeasured. Very, very important. You don't know, okay, then also it is considered it as IDLH. LRA is another concept. So since these options are there, I say options इधर दिया है, तो I am considering to explain all other options also. That is how you can understand. Okay, you can connect करके you have to answer the question. See, it may not be that you know all the answers. You don't know. Sometimes you don't know the options also, but you can connect it and then you can eliminate it. That is also possible, because after all, this is options. Options are given in this. Okay, so LRA means as low as reasonably achievable. ओके, LRA प्रिंसिपल हम रेडिएशन में इस्तेमाल करते हैं, ओके, नॉट फॉर रेस्पिरेटरी हजार्ड्स और रेस्पिरेटरी डिसीजेस एंड दैट. FTA fault tree analysis, you know, maximum use concentration, MUC. Okay, so we will stop here, and next video we will upload some more questions in ASP CSP, and I hope everyone who is training is having good knowledge with these videos and all. Please subscribe to this channel, and also please share it with your friends also. Okay, thank you very much.